Hello there, Stephanie Kemmerman, the Stock Whisperer, here to tell you the Dark Pool Weekly Whisper for November 19th, 2018. But before we get to this week's hot stock picks following the Dark Pool, you know what, we got to go over last week's results. So last week was a record 120% ROI. If you had followed every single one of my whispers, which I don't think anybody here got all of them. I definitely grabbed quite a few of them, but 46 targets were hit. A lot of targets. Most of these trades were on the short side, as you can see. The market had a really deep pullback, just following the prints. I'm so excited for this week because we do have so many more prints that came in, and I'll be going over those trades in just a minute. But really great trades on the short side with oil, financials. Apple was a really big one in our trading room. But we did have some stocks that performed on the long side. American Airlines, that was a really great trade in the Java pit. So we were at the Las Vegas Traders Expo, and over 40 traders from our room were there. So thank you so much, guys, for coming and supporting. It was so much fun. We had a great dinner at Carmine's, and it was packed. We actually had sitting in the hallway seats only. So hope you guys came down. If not, definitely catch the next one. All right, guys, so let's get to this week's whispers. Let me just put this away. All right, so let's start with the SPY. Yeah, so this week, you can see the SPY's in quite of a wedge. We're going to be bullish above 275. And I did put my targets on this sheet right here. And we're going to be bearish below 270. These are really key levels. We're really like right in the middle of this wedge. I did put all the dark pool prints here, DP, big ones. Let's go to the Russell. Also, you can see we are in quite a bit of a wedge on the Russell, the IWM. So we're going to be bullish above 152.50, and we're going to be bearish below 148.75. If we do fall below this bottom support line, look out. But we could easily go all the way up to the top here. If we do happen to break above this, then there's tons of room to go on the upside. You know, a lot of us are seeing this possible inverted head and shoulders, and it looks like we're forming the right shoulder, but we really need to break above 155 here. So let's go to the QQQs, the NASDAQ. This week we're going to be bullish above 168.75. Trades really well in the $1.25 increments, as you can see, so that's why I picked that level. And we're going to be bearish below 165. Again, if we fall below the bottom support, it could get ugly. So that's why that is such a key level. Let's go to the DIA. The DIA, the Dow Jones Industrial ETF. We're going to be bullish above 255 this week, and we're going to be bearish below 250. Again, that bottom support line. Let's talk about gold. If you were at my presentation this past Wednesday, hot stocks to buy right now, I was loving gold. We had 2 million printed at 113.60, bullish above 115. Had a fantastic trade on it this past week, but this week we're going to be bullish above 116. That's a really key level, and we're going to be bearish only if it goes down and goes below that 2 million print. So bearish below 113.50. GDX, we had tons of dark pool prints going on in there as well. So 1950 key level, going to be bullish above that, bearish below 19. We had some prints on KGC. These are really cheap gold stocks. So you guys don't have the funds to trade GLD. This is a real cheapo. We had prints at 255. So bullish above 260, bearish below 240. Also Humana. Yes, Humana had a big unusual print, 1.9 million at $2.13. So this week, if we can break above this black trend line, that's the T-spot, the trend change, $2.20. So we're going to be bullish above that and bearish below 210. Silver had enormous prints this week. Yeah, I haven't seen silver prints in quite a while like this. So we're going to be bullish on SLV above 1362. We will always be bearish There's always a bearish level. 13.12. Really have to go down and break below all those prints. All right, now let's switch to oil. It's been getting hammered. It's been getting crushed. Actually, seasonality, the last 2 weeks of November, if you look past the 20 years that we've had, we normally get a little bit of a rally, but to be followed by a bigger correction. Okay, so call it a dead cat bounce. Could happen. Watch these levels. We had massive prints coming in on USO, so perhaps this could be the dead cat bounce, but I'm only going to be bullish above $12.37. It's really, really key. Bearish below 1160. We'll see if we could bounce here or not. Halliburton had unusual prints. We don't normally get prints on Halliburton. And look at the volume that came in. Yeah, really high. Yeah, so is this seller's exhaustion? That's what this candle looks like right here. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of seller's exhaustion, but we have to move above the prints. Okay, only go long above the prints, only go short below the prints. That's the secret. We do get a splash, you guys, when we first get these prints. I always tell my traders to trade yesterday's prints or the weekly whisper. These are the best trades because they've already splashed. So now we're ready to move. And a lot of times the splash is in the opposite direction of the intended move. So Halliburton, we're going to be bullish above 33.50. All right, I like to be above that 8 exponential moving average, that black line on my charts. And then we're going to be bearish if it does drop below both of these prints, okay? Below 32, I'll turn into a bear oil again. So watch those levels. Let's go to rig. Again, very similar chart. We're going to be bullish above 10. And this could be a retracement to resistance all the way to 10.50. And we're going to be bearish below $9.38, $9.37. Let's go to PBR. If you were in the Women in Trading event this past Monday at the Vegas Traders Expo, this is the trade that I talked about. It was so cool because it was happening. I was short looking for this gap fill, which happened the next day, which was great. We finally filled it in. So where are we going now on PBR? Well, I'm going to be bullish above 15, and I'm going to be bearish below 14. Let's go to XOP. Massive 4 million print. I even have stars next to this one, okay? Definitely have to watch this one, guys. This is going to be a mover. 4 million at $34.61. Hasn't moved yet. So we're going to be bullish above 35.50. That's also the T-spot right there. If we could break above here, there's a lot of room to go till we hit that gap, right? See this gap in the chart? Here's the gap. Yeah, a lot of times they do the gap fake out, right? So we could move all the way up here, pull back, and then pull up. We'll see. We got a big print, so you need the print to move up. Or if it's selling, I'm going to be bearish below 34.50, 34. Yeah, if we start to break down and especially close below 34, that's not going to be good, okay? So watch those levels. Let's go to XLE, the Spider Select Energy ETF. Also had a pretty big print at 65.94. So we're going to be bullish above 67.50. And we're going to be bearish below 65.75. XLF. Let's move on to financials. Yeah, financials had a great move down. Those are really good whispers. Now what? Well, we had pretty big prints this week as well. So we're going to be bullish above 27. Yeah, that's a really key level. You can see we tested it on the 13th. We tested it again on the 14th. The sellers were there, but if we can move above that and move above this trend line, then I can see a pretty big move coming to the upside. So that's really key. But I'll turn bearish below 26.25. Let's go to Bank of America because we really had massive prints on this one. 2.9 million at 27.68. Did not move on Friday after those prints. 28 key level. Now what happens is we get big prints. If it doesn't move, usually it's because the big guys are not done getting in, and we usually see more prints. Like it happened on Ford. That was a really good trade on the short side. But they didn't move it down until they were done, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But watch the 28 level on the upside and watch that 27.50 level on the downside. Let's go to JP Morgan, monster print, 109.13, 700,000. We're going to be bullish this week above 110.50, bearish below 108.75. And now let's go to Citibank. Oops, I forgot to put that in here. Let me sneak him in here. Okay. So Citibank. Citibank, we're going to be bullish above 65. And we're going to be bearish below 64 for Citibank. Yeah, so if it's buying that we had last week at $63.70, we should move above and at least go to 67 where there's resistance. All right, so watch that. All right, let's go to the big one now. Apple. Yes, this was such a great trade last week. We had monster prints finally. We went through a period where we didn't really get too many big prints. And so that's why it wasn't on my whisper, but we had so many and I was pushing out notifications left and right. So hope you guys got a couple good trades. I got a great trade on the long side. Thanks to Paul, aka the alien, for calling it out in the room. So Friday we had a really good trade on the long side. Now what? Well, 195 is such a key level. Actually, I'm going to be bullish above 195.50 for Apple. And I do have really big target exits, especially this top one. Now, I'm not saying we're definitely going to go up there, but that is resistance. If I just show you this trend line here on the daily chart, yeah, and we had big prints at 188. We had big prints at 191, 193.75, 195.29. That's why I'm bullish above 195.50. If we can break above all of these prints, guys, yep, that would probably be Warren Buffett buying. I don't know if he liked it over here. He's going to definitely like it over here. We finally filled in this gap, yep, from back in August. So watch Apple, okay, definitely. However, I'm always going to have a bearish level. If we do turn down and break below 188, I will turn into an Apple bear, okay? So watch those prints. Facebook, really ugly. Oh, yeah, not a good-looking chart. We definitely had some prints that came in. 144.46, 139.54, 138.68. So we're going to be bullish above all of those. 145 if we can break above. However, going to be bearish below 138. Let's go to Micron. Had a little typo on the sheet. Thank you, Lori F, for helping me fix that on the bearish target. I had 26. Is really 36.25. So thank you so much. I'm human. So MU, we had big print that came in on Friday. Hasn't quite splashed yet, but 39.32. And you can see we're, right in between these two channel trend lines. So watch these levels. I'm going to be bullish above 40. And I will be bearish below the prints, below 38.50. Let's go to STM. Yeah, the Internet of Things. This has gotten crushed. We have a double bottom that happened with volume. So here's how I look at these charts. This is usually short covering. And this is usually buying, all right? If this indeed is the bottom, we should move up here. So it's all about the levels and the prints. So we're going to be bullish above 14.50. We got to, gotta go above that. Now, if you're a day trader, trade it off the levels. But if you're a swing trader, we want to close above these levels. That's so key. We don't want a big wick at the top, which is selling. Don't ever go long when there's a big wick at the top of the candle. And don't go short when there's a big wick at the bottom. Okay, so those are really key. As a swing trader, I like stocks to close strong above the prints, above the levels. That's key. But if you're day trading, you can just trade off these prints all day long. So STM bullish above 14.50, bearish below 13.75. And I did put all the print levels here. They were pretty big. Let's go to AMAT. Applied Materials had earnings, was negative and turned positive. I love that. That's really bullish when stocks can do that. And so this week, we are going to be bullish above 36, and we're going to be bearish below 34. We had a 1 million print at 35.26, so watch that level. We really need to break above that, stay above that. Let's go to NXPI, another one I forgot to put in here. Hold on. All right, semiconductor stock. We had prints on that as well. We're going to be bullish above 86, and we are going to be bearish below 82. Cisco. Yeah, Cisco, we had prints on that this week as well at 46.15. Going to be bullish above 47 and bearish below 46. Now, I know we have a short week. We have Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the U.S. It'll be a pretty short week. I know Friday's half a day. However, it doesn't mean the market's not going to move, and I will be here on Friday trading. A lot of years, we have up movements on low volume, followed by a Christmas rally. So we'll see if we do that. We got the prints. Let's just trade off of them. Let's go to emerging markets because we had tons of prints on Brazil. Big prints. 2 million at 40, 2.6 million at 38.04. So we're going to be bullish above 40.50, $40.50. And we're going to be bearish below 38. DWO, that's emerging market, Brazil, Russia, India, China. And you can see we are at the top of this trend line, looking to break above. We'll see if we can do it this week. We're going to be bullish above 40, bearish below 38. And yes, we had unusual prints on that. Everything on my list here has dark pool prints. That's the reason it's here. Let me just put China in here. Yeah, China, FXI, also had big prints, and we're also at resistance here. That's why I'm so excited about these guys this week. We're going to be bullish above 42, but if it's selling at the top, we're going to be bearish below 40. Let's go to EEM as well because we had a monster 7.9 million. Hope you guys took this trade. I sent out a push notification. Thank you, Ricky, for calling out these prints to me while I was doing presentations at the show. I didn't miss a beat because of you. So EEM, bullish above 41, and we're going to be bearish below 39. The big print happened at 39, 35. Let's move this up because you can see we have a lot of whispers this week. And I just got to give a shout out to John Jay the trader, who helped me run my booth. Of course, we had a lot of company, we had like 40 traders that just came in to help out. And I love all of them. But John Jay, you did such a magnificent job talking to everybody, telling everybody what we do. So thank you. You are the trader of the week this week. All right, so let's go to AT&T. And I forgot to put that one in too. Okay. All right, so I am on the road. I'm actually in Oklahoma right now. Yeah, Thanksgiving, spending time with some family over here. So it's the best part about my job. It doesn't matter where I am. I can just log on and work. And that's why trading is just, for me, the best career choice. So let's go to AT&T. We had 592,000 share print at $30.35. So we are going to be bullish above 30.50. Now this is ugly. Oh gosh, is this ugly. Is this the dreaded H pattern? It looks like it might be. And that would mean we're going to be going much further down. So we're going to be bearish below 30. But I will be bullish above 30.50 if we can break above the print. So watch AT&T. Now Cody, we've been rocking this one in the pit. We had massive, really big prints. Been tweeting like a maniac on the dark pool app. So 8 million at $8.70. 9 million, $8.72. Another 3.5 million, $8.75. Another 2.5 million at 9. We closed pretty much above all those prints, you guys. So we are going to be bullish. Now, if you're not in it yet, 950, that's a key level this week, bullish above 950. I will only turn bearish if we break below 850. Okay, so watch those levels. Ford was a great trade. We finally closed the gap. And I'm going to tell you, when the print started coming in last week, or the week before, back in the beginning of November, we got prints at $9.46, $9.50. We thought it might be buying. So we went out for 5 cents. Okay, we bought the $10 calls for last week. They expired for 5 cents. And I told my traders, look, I'm going in small. We really need to break above 962 on a close. I'll add. We couldn't do that. Instead, we started moving down and I went short. I bought the 950 puts and then I bought the 9 puts. So, all right, we lost 5 cents on the long side, but we made a ton on the short side. And that's really, really key. When you don't know if it's buying or selling, go in small. Once we drop below $9.37, which I called out on Wednesday at the live presentation, I said, go short. So we filled in the gap. So where do we go from here now? Well, I will only turn bullish on Ford if we break above all those prints. And we have big ones this week too at $9.30. But I want to break above all of them. So I would only be bullish above 962. However, I will be uber bearish if we close below 9. And I'll take another trade on the short side. Probably buying those 850 puts if we do close below that, all right? And if you're in my trading room, you'll see me trading it. Let's go to JD. JD, we're going to be bullish above 23.75, bearish below 22.50. Consolidation. Is it accumulation that's buying or distribution that's selling? We did have a big print at 22.87, so let's just see which side of the line it goes on. MGM. We had unusual prints on that this week, a lot. So we're going to be bullish above 27 and bearish below 25 for MGM. Marvell, also double bottom possible, right? I love this. And look at the volume increasing on Friday. So this week, I will be bullish above $16.20, bearish below $15.50. Seeing a lot of charts that look like this. Pretty exciting. So Newell, we had a 1.7 million print at 21.81. We are going to be bullish above 22 and we're going to be bearish below 21. Pfizer, yeah, love Pfizer. And I don't like to trade drug stocks, but we had a lot of prints coming in. So this week, going to be bullish above 44. Yep, if we break above that. And seasonality is strong for drug stocks right now, but we have to go above the prints, above these levels. Really key. Bullish above 44, bearish below 42.50. Teva Pharmaceuticals. And again, if you're going to trade drugs, just do the options, okay? And just be careful. They're definitely the highest risk trades that you can take. But if you can put on low risk option trades, you're doing good. We just had massive prints. I mean, I've never seen so many. And Teva especially. We do have a gap down here on Teva. Yeah, and I'm wondering if they're going to take it down there or not. So let's just follow levels. Bullish above 23, bearish below 22, no thinking. WMB, massive 4 million print at $25.14. So I'm going to be bullish above 25.50. Really excited about this one because it hasn't moved yet. And I'm going to be bearish below 24.50. All right, if it cannot break above this trend line, then and it comes down, that's going to be selling. But we could easily break above there with that 4 million print. Let's talk about Amazon. We got some nice prints on Amazon. We don't normally do. But we did get a 200,000 share print at $15.86 and 170,000 print at $16.46 this week. Two pretty big prints. So we're going to be bullish above $16.50 and we're going to be bearish below $15.50. Celgene, yeah, CELG. Got a pretty big print on this one as well. We're going to be bullish above $71.25 And we're going to be bearish below 68.75. ECA. We had a lot of prints on ECA this week. Tons. And you can see the volume coming in. Is this the bottom? Well, really needs to break above 850 because we had a lot of prints and I need to be above all of them, and I put them all there for you. So bullish above 850, bearish below 750. Nike had a nice print. We don't normally get that. That's why it made the list. Let's punch that up. I know Ricky loves to trade Nike. 500,000 print, 75.10. We're going to be bullish above 76, and we're going to be bearish below 73. And I missed the T in target here. Okay. X steel. Unusual print on this. Hasn't moved yet, and it's looking really good, you guys. Big print at 27.41. Bullish above 28. And bearish below 27. And last but not least, drum roll please, GE. We had really big prints on it. 10,807,000. And we had a 5 million at $7.98. I know it's been so ugly, but it's been a good trade. So watch those levels. All right, you guys, there's the whispers. And again, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and thank you to all of my traders for really everything you guys do, all the call outs, the prints, and also helping out at the show. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to email me, Stephanie with an F at thestockwhisperer.com. I have a few people that have emailed me in the past with questions on how to trade these whispers. I will be doing a special webinar for you guys as soon as I get back home in December. I'll put out the link in about a week or two. Excuse me, a week or two. And I think those webinars are really great because you can ask me questions live. I'd be happy to punch up charts and really help you out. All right, so have a great week, you guys. Happy trading. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. My secret.